Hi everyone. Well, we made it to Marie Galante yesterday, and this was effectively our shakedown sail. So it's not far. It was maybe like 20 miles from this little place called Isle de Gosier, which was off the south of Guadeloupe. But it was our first experience of doing some open sailing on the boat. And it was interesting to see the weather patterns because I guess out here you can see the weather fronts coming in, and when you kind of look at them coming, you're not sure if it's going to be wind or rain, and I guess sometimes it can be both. So yesterday, generally very, very pleasant sailing conditions. We were able to get here on one tack, so we were kind of hard on the wind, and we did get a couple of squalls, but thankfully, we were able to figure out all of the reefing systems on the boat and didn't have any issues there at all. So we got into this very pretty little anchorage, and it is the main town of Marie Galante, and it's called St. Louis. And interestingly, they describe the anchorage as you can either have a gentle swell that rocks you to sleep, or you can have something a little bit more severe that throws you out of bed. So thankfully, we had the first variety yesterday. So we got ashore, got a chance to kind of explore. It's very much a sleepy little town. But what's interesting is, and I guess Columbus found this on the way back out after he'd kind of discovered all of the other Caribbean islands, and he'd run out of saint names. So he effectively called Marie Galante after the name of his ship. But they're obviously a pretty progressive island people. They have 50 wind turbines off the east coast of the island that powers all their electricity needs, which is pretty impressive. And they come from a tradition of this because they had at one point up to 600 sail-powered turbines on the island, and that's really to harvest their sugarcane crop. And that's their kind of most important export. And I guess that's not surprising considering the amount of rum drinkers that there are in the Caribbean. Finally, before we got back to the boat yesterday, it absolutely emptied out of the heavens in terms of rain, and so much so that we thought we were back in Ireland. It was so wet. But thankfully, everything is cleared this morning, and normality is restored here in the Caribbean. We've got some sun, and for today, we plan to head to a little cluster of islands on the south of Guadeloupe called the Saints, and we're gonna kind of find our way in there. It's going to be very pretty, and we'll report back to you from there. Thanks for watching.